abájọrò kì í pẹ́ kú, ohun àṣepọ̀ nílẹ̀yẹ, ẹ̀yìn ọ̀la wa ti dára ọ́, àwa Èkìtì àti parapọ̀, ká parapọ̀ ká tún bá mú pọ̀, àwa Èkìtì àti gómìnira ọ̀kan làwa ń ṣe. Èkìtì Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira, Èkìtì Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira, àwa Èkìtì iwájú la ó máa lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run, àwa Èkìtì ọ̀kan ṣoṣo máa ní wá o láéláé.
Ekiti, I am most delighted to rejoice with you this morning and joyfully welcome you to this new dawn, the dawn of a new year and the beginning of new accomplishments. First, let us thank God for His grace and benevolence over us as a people, as a state, and as a government. The outgone year 2019 was far better than the year before it, 2018. And all indices point to the fact that this new year, 2020, promises to be more eventful and glorious than the previous year. We therefore have many reasons to appreciate God Almighty. Exactly a year ago, specifically on January 1st, 2019, I addressed and assured you that as a new government, we have mapped out various short, medium, and long-term interventions to bring succor to our people and restore lost values and dignity. Without being immodest and with all sense of humility, I make bold to tell Ekiti that we have kept to our words. To the glory of God, Ekiti is fully back in the leadership of the Committee of States, and we're making deliberate and concerted efforts to build the state of our dreams. We are indeed walking the talk in the best interest of Ekiti by judiciously implementing life-changing programs and projects. We are guided by the 5-point cardinal programs of this administration, which are enhancing good governance, entrenching social investment, promoting knowledge economy, infrastructure and industrial development, and agriculture and rural development. In governance, as a government, we are conscious of our obligations to the public service and Ekiti in general. We redoubled our efforts at redefining good governance in Ekiti State by restructuring, strengthening, and empowering the public service to function more effectively. With a new set of commissioners and special advisors and a brand new House of Assembly, we reviewed governance in the state and agreed on our agenda for development. Each ministry, department, and agency then agreed on a performance evaluation template with the governor to be monitored by the Office of Transformation, Strategy, and Delivery. The year 2019 was definitely better than the previous year for our public servants. Their salaries were regular and they could plan their lives in a more productive manner. Over 1,000 retired public servants collected their gratuity both in the state and local government service in 2019, as we increased monthly gratuity to 100 million naira from a paltry 10 million naira in the previous administration. Our ultimate aim is to ensure that all retirees receive their gratuity shortly after retirement. We started paying the new minimum wage in October 2019, and I promise Ekiti that this will extend to all categories of workers beyond grade level 6 as soon as the current negotiation on consequential adjustment is completed. In our deliberate effort to improve service delivery in Ekiti State and to strengthen the public service, we are injecting about 3,000 fresh minds into the public service: teachers, health workers, and civil servants. We're doing this not because of any significant improvement yet in the income accruable to the state, but because we owe a duty of making life easier and more meaningful for our people. In entrenching social investment, we're mindful of the fact that a healthy, motivated, and socially secure people are the greatest assets of any state. In pursuit of this, we have successfully revived and strengthened all sectors of our social investments to serve the best interest of Ekiti. Our social investment scheme has been restructured and expanded to function on a more sustainable and larger scale. Owarugbo has been resuscitated, and also Onjarugbo, which is the brainchild of the wife of the governor, is also fully on board. We're also continuing our partnership with the federal government on the homegrown school feeding program, on N-Power program, market trader money for SMEs, AXMIs in conjunction with the CBN, in addition to our free education program up to SSS3, which include payment of WAEC examination and granting aid to schools, and our free health program for the vulnerable segments of our population. Ekiti is now the leader in immunization in the country, as we seek to extend universal basic health care provision across the state via our health insurance scheme. There is something for everybody within our social investment platform. In deepening the knowledge economy, we recognize that education is one of the identified areas that needed urgent and immediate attention when we assumed office. So far, we have taken concrete steps to return good and qualitative education to its place of glory in Ekiti State by eliminating fee paying in our primary and secondary schools, improving infrastructure, providing teaching aids, employing more teachers, and improving teachers' welfare and conditions of service. We are upgrading Ekiti State technical colleges to global standard with the support of the World Bank to boost technical education. We have also been religious with the prompt and regular payment of subventions to all our tertiary institutions, and we graduated our first set of medical doctors in 2019. The white papers on the visitation panels set up for our tertiary institutions are being implemented with the aim of improving quality and enhancing the smooth running of the institutions. We are poised to build and improve on these successes. The essence of our knowledge economy focus is to establish a direct causal link between knowledge production and wealth creation. Our partnership with a range of development and scholarly institutions is poised to turn Ekiti State and its knowledge assets into a smart state for the attainment of a productive knowledge economy. On infrastructure and industrial development, we're working assiduously to resuscitate our moribund investments through public-private partnership and also attract fresh investments. As a government, we're stepping up our efforts to bridge the huge infrastructural gaps to facilitate industrial development in Ekiti State. As of today, most of the economically viable but hitherto abandoned projects have been brought back to life. I'm equally assuring you that all the ongoing and new projects for 2020 will receive adequate attention to ensure delivery within the stipulated time. On Monday, January 13, 2020, I shall flag off 4 major roads that are critical to industrial and agricultural development. Oyeikun, Iye, Otun, Aramokon, Erijiyan, Ikogosi, Agbado, Isimbode, Omo, and Ilupeju-Ire, Igbemo roads. This is in addition to the ongoing work on the Ado New Inyo Road, repairs in Ado Township, and commencement of the Ado-Ekiti Ring Road, the Ado-Ekiti Agro Airport, and repairs of other critical arteries in the state. The year 2020 budget of deliverables, just passed by and signed into law, bears eloquent testimonies to our deliberate and honest quest at providing good road network and improving the enabling environment for business concerns in Ekiti State. On water, work is almost nearing completion on Ero and Egbe Dam rehabilitation. An additional work will commence in 2020 on Ureje and Itakwaji dams. Equally, pipelines conveying the water to various homes are currently being installed, and water meters will follow suit, apace with other water sector improvements. We're confident that the state will witness a comprehensive return to the era of pipe-borne water and a reduction in waterborne diseases. On power, we know this remains a challenge for our population. Whilst we are working with BEDC, the Benin Electricity Distribution Company, on the improvement of supply and distribution of electricity in the state, we are also working on a more permanent solution with the support of the African Development Bank towards the improvement of transmission and the generation of independent power in the state via renewable energy. These are all tailored towards the enhancement of our infrastructural and industrial development in ensuring that Ekiti becomes a destination of choice for investors. And in promoting agriculture and rural development, it is a known fact that we're blessed with grossly underutilized arable land. As a government, we're working on how best to explore these untapped God-given natural resources and maximize the potential through the promotion and sustenance of agribusiness and solid mineral development as the mainstay of our economy. We are on course to lifting Ekiti people out of poverty to the path of prosperity by empowering our farmers and entrepreneurs in the agricultural solid minerals value chain. Already, Promasido Nigeria Limited has effectively taken over a Kunderi farm to enhance the maximization of its full potential in a public-private partnership. We have also restructured and expanded our rice and cassava programs through partnership with key private sector players like Dangote Farms, Jumla Rice Limited, and Stallion Rice, who are all setting up rice mills in the state in 2020. And a number of cassava mills are also coming up. Promise Point, FMS Farms, and Crest Farms are pioneers in the cassava sector. More brownfield and greenfield investments in agribusiness have been planned in palm oil and cocoa sector, and we are sure they will all manifest in year 2020. In addition, we are embarking on the construction of 1,000 kilometers of rural roads to aid and enhance agribusiness in Ekiti State with the support of the World Bank-assisted RAMP initiative. As a government, we have set ourselves ambitious targets. Our vision is to grow agribusiness, improve the value chain, open farm-to-market access, and invest in youth participation in the agribusiness sector. The outgoing year 2019 significantly re-established our determination as a government to improve the lives of our people and restore their confidence in the desirability of government to fulfill promises. For the first time in many years, Ekiti State budget was signed into law in December 2019, and we have our hardworking House of Assembly to thank for this, beckoning the expeditious and expedient execution of our budget effectively from today, January 1st, 2020. We have successfully restored normalcy to our budgeting process, and we promise to sustain this global best practice. Only yesterday, I inaugurated the elected chairmen of our various local government areas to strengthen good governance and deepen democracy at the grassroots. Our newly elected leaders have been given the marching orders to deepen their connection with the grassroots and improve community and rural development. Indeed, the year 2019 was significantly remarkable in many ways. We recorded uncountable visible successes and experienced few hitches. A significant hiccup was the negative impact of the rainy season on our infrastructures. As a government, we reacted to the negative impact with immediate palliative measures, but permanent solutions to the identified problems have been captured in this year 2020 budget. In this regard, we successfully won the bid to participate in the multi-billion World Bank-supported new MAP initiative for erosion control and watershed management. And we are also focusing our energy on improving a range of climate action initiatives on the environment in our state. On security, the primary assignment of every responsible government is the security of lives and property of the citizens. I have personally kept a close watch on the security situation within and around Ekiti State. And I can assure you that as a government, we're leaving no stone unturned to ensure safety of lives and property in our dear state. Ekiti remains one of the safest places to live, work, and conduct business in Nigeria. The fact remains, however, that criminality cannot be totally eradicated, even as we're working meticulously at reducing it to the barest minimum in our state. And the evidence is there for all to see and acknowledge that we're making steady progress. Since we're not an island, we are also working with neighboring states to strengthen our security architecture. On January 9, 2020, the Western Nigeria Security Network, known as Amotekum, shall commence operations in all of our 6 states in the zone, and Ekiti is very active in this initiative, which will go a long way in securing the people and protecting the state. Henceforth, I urge our community leaders, all groups, not to allow themselves to be used to spread fake or unsubstantiated news with a view to setting the residents against themselves or destabilizing the peace of our state. We must encourage our people to report any strange signal or incident, but we must resist the temptation to resort to self-help at any time. I enjoin you all to stay calm and hopeful as we build on the moderate but visible success so far recorded after restructuring our security architecture. I urge you to have faith in the ability of the government to secure your lives and property, and avoid any action that could trigger unnecessary and avoidable rancor amongst our people. In conclusion, Ekiti, the journey to restore our value, dignity, and honor as a people continues. The road is steep. The climb is tough. But we're not distracted as we soldier on. We're resolved to build a state in which the resources are utilized for the benefit of all. We're on this mission together, and I assure you of our firm commitment to the ideals of a safe, secure, and prosperous Ekiti State. The resources may be limited, but our resourcefulness and creativity are unlimited. I am grateful to Ekiti, at home and in the diaspora, and all well-wishers of our government for their belief in our capacity to turn the tide positively for the generality of our people. I sincerely appreciate your support and collaboration in year 2019 and look forward to same in 2020 and beyond, even as I hope you will intensify your prayers, your support, your encouragement, your criticism, and your suggestions to enhance our performance. In all this, I also encourage all to join us in our quest to block all leakages and improve the internally generated revenue of our state. I can assure you all that we're making steady, visible, and sustainable progress in all areas as we move from potential to actualization. This year promises to be better as we're set to witness rapid improvement in our infrastructures to accelerate our economic recovery and make life more meaningful and comfortable for our people. We're hitting the ground running immediately with the inauguration of laudable projects in the next few days. Please come along as we jointly actualize the Ekiti state of our dreams. Happy New Year to you all. May the year bring bountiful blessings to us all. Àṣeyí ṣàmọ́dún o, Ekiti agbékétira o.
Ohun abájọ́rò kì í pẹ́ kú, ohun àṣepọ̀ nílẹ̀yẹ, ẹ̀yìn ọ̀la wa ti dára o, àwa Èkìtì àti parapọ̀, ká parapọ̀ ká tún bánu pọ̀, àwa Èkìtì àti gómìnira ọ̀kan làwa ń ṣe. Èkìtì, Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira. Èkìtì, Èkìtì tí gbòmìnira, àwa Èkìtì iwájú la ó máa lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run, àwa Èkìtì ọ̀kan ṣoṣo mà ni wá o.